Hi, this is Greg Bullmash from Seattle CoderDojo. This is part 3 of our 2D game art workshop, making our second of 3 dog treats. In the last video, I showed you how to combine 2 shapes into one. In this video, we're going to learn how to use one shape to make a cutout in another. We'll also learn about grouping and stacking, and we'll come back to stroke colors and shapes that have no fill color. In this video, we're going to make a tennis ball. Dogs love tennis balls, so throwing the dog a tennis ball is going to be a treat. First, we're going to draw a circle, and we're going to choose yellow as the fill color from the palette. Remember, choose the circle tool, click, hold, pull, and let go to set the circle. Then click on the yellow color in the palette. Next, we're going to duplicate that circle not 1 time, but 3 times. So we have 4 circles altogether. I'm going to hit Control D 3 times, then I'm going to separate our 4 circles. First, we need to squeeze one circle a bit. Select it, click on the arrow on one side, hold down the mouse button, and squeeze in about 1/4 of the way. Now let's put it on top of another circle. We're going to use this to make the seam. If your thinner circle is behind your wider circle, you'll need to move it up to the top. To change that, we'll use the stacking tools. They're right up here in the top bar with the arrows. You'll find them in the object menu too. To move this to the back, we could use the tool that lowers it to the bottom, but that's not where we want it to be. So we can move it up to the top with the tool that moves it up to the top. When you have a stack of multiple shapes, you can use the other stacking tools to move it up or down just one level. Like we did with the union, we want to select both shapes, so click on the oval to select it, then hold down the Shift key while you click on the circle to select that. Now go to the Path menu like we did for the union in the dog bone video, but this time we'll select Difference, and instead of combining the top shape with the bottom shape, that cuts out a space where the top shape was over the bottom shape. Looks like a crescent moon turned on its side, doesn't it? Now we want to move one of the other circles up behind it, and we can nudge to get precise if we need to. Remember, when we want to move in small bits, we use the arrow keys to nudge the shape up or down, left or right. But something's wrong. That line through the middle should be white, shouldn't it? So we can click on the crescent, then hold down Shift and click in the palette to change the stroke color to white. We might find our shapes weren't as perfectly matched as we thought, but we can nudge to improve it. But now that doesn't look right. The white shouldn't be around the outside. So we take our last circle, and instead of selecting a fill color, we can click the X on the palette for no fill color. Without any fill color, the background is in the middle, and if you click on that, you'll deselect the circle. So to move it, you'll have to click on the stroke line, hold down the mouse button, then pull to move it. If it's not in front of everything as you get it over your other shapes, move it to the top of the stack. Get it close to where it needs to be, then you can nudge it with the arrow keys to get the position right. Last but not least, to make sure all of this stays together as a ball, we're going to group it. Making a union of 2 shapes makes them one actual shape. Grouping shapes just locks them together. You can unlock them and pull them apart if you want, but it's unlikely to happen by accident. To do this, first we'll use Select All from the Edit menu so all 3 pieces are selected. We can also use Control A. Then we'll group from the Object menu, or Control G to lock them together. Then we can move all 3 shapes in our tennis ball together, resize them together, etc. Just don't try to change the fill color. That will change it in all of them. And remember, our top circle is currently empty, so if we change the fill color for the group, but Undo from the Edit menu comes to the rescue. And that's the end of our tennis ball tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I hope we'll see you at Seattle CoderDojo, where we teach kids to code for free 1 Saturday at a time. See you soon.